Hi everyone, let's go ahead and get started with Boto3, and in this lesson I'm going to show you how you can use your AWS services using Boto3. First of all, you need to come to your AWS console. Here you need to go inside the IAM, which is Identity Access Management Service. Inside this IAM, you need to create a user for which you will be getting a secret access key. And here I do not have any user. You may have users or may not have. If you have user, if you already have their access key, you don't need to create the username. Otherwise, you create a username. I'm just going to create as YouTube, and thereafter I click on next. So this option which you see there, if you click on this, it will also provide here a console access to your YouTube user, which I do not want as of now. So I just click on next. Thereafter it says that add user to a group, or you can attach a policy to the user. So with this, what happens when you connect a user with a particular group, then your user will be able to access all the services whatever is allowed in that group, or you can attach a policy directly. So I'm just gonna work with the S3. So I'm just going to attach here S3 access. So I just select this Amazon S3 full access. So with this, all the S3 access will be provided for my user. I do not want to give any other access as of now. Thereafter, you need to click on next here. All right, now you can review your permission summary. So seems like you have just given Amazon S3 full access, which is fine. Thereafter, you need to create a user. So the user will be created here. Once user is created, it will display you here access key and secret key. All right, so it may take a while to give you that key. We have to wait for a while. All right, now you need to click on this user. Thereafter, you will see there, now you have created here a user. Now the access key is not created here. You have to create access key. So you click on create access key. And for that, and after that, I want to create access key so that I can access my AWS services through command line interface, which is a CLI. Thereafter, I click on next. I have to also confirm that I understand all these things. Thereafter, I add here some description if you want to do that. Otherwise, it's okay. Thereafter, you create here your access key. Thereafter, you just show your secret access key and the access key. Now you come to your Boto3 documentation. Thereafter, you need to click on configuration. So in this configuration part, you will see there, you will see here AWS configure. So the first of all, you have to click on, you have to write there AWS configure if you have installed AWS CLI. If you have not installed AWS CLI, then in that case, you have to create a folder AWS, and then you have to create one more file there, credentials, and inside that you have to put your file like this. Let's go ahead and download this AWS CLI. It's pretty much simple. You have to just install AWS CLI for your Windows. Just let me see where you can install this. All right, you can say that AWS CLI for Windows. Thereafter, it will open here, install and update the latest version of the CLI. From here, you can download for your Windows. It is here. So you download it from here. Thereafter, you have to run your AWS CLI, and then it will be ready to use for you. It's like that. You just click on that, and then it's going to launch the AWS CLI. Just click on next. I accept everything here, whatever is presented to me. You can expand this. Thereafter, you click on next, and thereafter I say here, install it. It is still installing here. Okay, so it will take a while. All right, installation is finished here. Then I click on finish. Thereafter, in the next step, it says that just to verify that if you have installed it correctly, then what you need to do, you have to type there AWS-version. So just copy it, and then I open here a terminal, I'm just gonna open a terminal. Just let me open this. Here I have terminal, or you can open command line window, whatever you want. I type here AWS version. Now it says that AWS CLI 2.15.2 is installed, and currently the Python 3.10 is also installed, and I'm using here a Windows 10, but I'm actually using Windows 11, so this one is coming wrong here. Moreover, it is saying that the AWS CLI version supports probably. Alright, so AWS CLI is installed. Now I just need to type there AWS configure. Then it will ask about the secret key and the access key. So first of all, it asks about the access key. I come here and then I copy this access key from here. Thereafter, I just paste it here. There is already access key for me. It may not show for you if you are setting it first time, but for me, I had done it previously. That is why I'm able to see it there. Thereafter, you need to copy the secret key. So I copy the secret key from here. Thereafter, I come to my Windows command line here again, then I paste it here. Thereafter, it says that the default region is selected US East 1. Then how you select this default region? To select the default region, what you do, you have to open some service. Let's say I want to test my CLI with the S3. So I open my S3 here. Thereafter, you will see here a lot of the regions are here. So you can select any of these regions where you want to work. For example, if I go inside this create bucket, probably it seems like it is still global. But if I select this North Virginia or default one, so in general, actually the US East one is the default version used in the AWS. So whenever you sign into your AWS console the first time, probably you will see there US East 1. So I'm just gonna keep that. Thereafter, no output format. So there are two output format, the JSON format and the tabular format. By default, it goes with the tabular format. So let it be as the tabular format. We have successfully done the setup of the AWS Access Key. Now we have to install the Boto3. So to install the Boto3, you have to write here the pip install -u Boto3. So the -u defines here, if Boto3 is already installed there by some other application, then this will make sure that your Boto3 will get updated to the latest version. Alright, let's go ahead and run this. I just run it. So it's going to install the latest version of Boto3. Here it has downloaded the latest version of Boto3 1.34, and then it is installing it there. Alright, so it has successfully installed the Boto3. Let's go ahead and check the Boto3. So first of all, you write here the Python. Thereafter, inside that, you write here import Boto3. Now it is able to import the Boto3. Then you get here your S3 object. So I write here S3 equal to Boto3 dot resource, and inside that I assign here S3. So I want a resource pointed to S3 at AWS console. Thereafter, I'm going to write here a small for loop. So I write here for bucket in S3 dot buckets dot all. So this will make sure that all buckets are printed whichever is inside the S3 currently. So I write here the print, thereafter bucket dot name. So I just run it. It says that something is wrong there. Okay, the problem is here. I have to give here one tab there. Thereafter, I have to do this print bucket dot name. So I copy and paste it here. Thereafter, I just simply run it here. Thereafter, I run it 2 times, and it says that there is nothing. And we can verify that inside this bucket we do not have any bucket at all. Let's go ahead. That is what we are seeing here, US East 1. This is the default AWS region. So we are going to create the bucket in US East 1. And the bucket name I'm just going to give here as YouTube bucket name. Thereafter, everything I'm just going to keep as it is. Okay, I'm not going to change anything. Thereafter, I just create here bucket. It says that bucket name cannot be the same. So I just give some random number because some people might have given the bucket name YouTube. So this bucket name need to be the unique bucket name. to the whole user. Otherwise, it will not create your AWS bucket. So we have got here the bucket. Let's see if we have access to those buckets. I run it here for, thereafter a tab, and then I print it here with the bucket dot name, and then I run it here. Thereafter, you would be able to see here YouTube 1232. This was my bucket name, which I have just created. Now it is getting printed here. So you have successfully done the setup of AWS CLI and AWS Boto3, and you have also successfully connected your Boto3 with the S3. Now we have tested it. You can get started working with your Boto3. I have here a set of videos which you can watch for the Boto3. So you can visit my AWS Boto3 Python tutorial playlist. In this playlist, you will see here the list of all these related Boto3 tutorials. You will be seeing there Amazon EC2 launch, and then you will be also seeing there Amazon Simple Email Services, Amazon AWS DynamoDB. You will be also seeing there AWS RDS, and so many other stuffs you can watch to this playlist. The link of this playlist is given into the video description.